Hi, welcome back to The Spice is Right. We're back, baby. It's been a while, I'll admit that. I took a little bit of a hiatus. We still got Bob Palmer here. He lost a little bit of hair. I grew a little bit of hair, That sounded weird. I grew my hair out. It's a better way to put it. What we've got for you today is a delicious hot sauce. You already knew that because you're on the Spice is Right channel. But we've got kind of a fun one for you today. We've never said that before. But we are going to be making, it's kind of a pineapple, blackberry, habanero. I'm just describing the ingredients. Let me do this again. What we've got for you today is a pineapple blackberry hot sauce. It's got some heat from the old Habaneros and the Fresnos. It's got some ginger in it. Our ginger looks like it's like an old-timey cactus being robbed at gunpoint, but that's that. And then we got one beautiful little bell pepper here, and then a collection of habaneros and fresnos. You gotta have habanero with some pineapple. It's like a freaking match made in heaven. So you got that fruitiness, that floral, habanero textures. I just snapped a pepper seed in my face. That's fun. You've got the fruity, floral notes, like a hot sauce sommelier would say. And then, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Last but not least, we've got my favorite ingredient in the world, stay away vampires. We've got garlic. Garlic is super slick, kind of a fun ingredient, little secret ingredient. Not a lot of people know about it. But yeah, we're gonna stick with probably like 20 cloves of garlic. So we'll just keep, peeling and smashing until we get to about 20 cloves of garlic. Okay, to start the party off, we're gonna take our pineapple, measured it out. It's about 250 grams of pineapple. So we're just gonna go, pow, pineapples in. Nailed it. Okay, next on the old express, we're gonna take our blackberries and just take each one up and give it a fine mince. And I'm just joking, classic joke. We're just throwing them in. So we've got about 150 grams of blackberries and we're just throwing those in. All right, now we're on to the fun stuff. So I got one red bell pepper, kind of fun, kind of, seems like a nice guy. We're just gonna give him a little bit of a rough chop. There's already been one hot thing on this episode. Now we've got more. So we got 8 Fresno peppers. I'm just gonna kind of cut them in half and just throw them all in. Look at that. All right, now the piece de la resistance, the hottest thing on the show apart from maybe the host. We've got some habaneros here, but I got 3 of them. One of them's a pretty good size, kind of a CD triumphant if I do say so myself. So we're just gonna cut him in half, cut this one in half, and give this one a little choppy. Give this one a little choppy chop. Boom. All right, so we got about 10 good cloves right here. We're gonna probably only need 10 more, for my initial calculation of 20 cloves. I'm gonna go wash my hands off because, as anybody knows, if you diddle nope. If you what is a good word for handle? If you handle 20 cloves of garlic, your hands get real garlicky and kind of sticky for some reason. Science. So I'm gonna go wash my hands, be right back, and then we are going to deal with this very startled looking piece of ginger, and then frickin' we're almost done. I know it's kind of not the craziest reintroduction of the Spices Right, but we're here, we're beautiful, and I look forward to blending this with you. Be right back. So what we got next is our ginger. We're gonna give it a little peely peel, making sure we don't peel our hands because that hurts. Done that. Oh, come on. I got a little scale here because in my old videos they were professional, but I would be like, use a knuckle of ginger. Well, people have different size hands. Like what. So what we got here is 16 grams of ginger. We're going to throw that bad boy in there. Next, we're going to do about half a cup of white wine vinegar. Boom. We're going to do about a quarter of a cup of water. Just throw that guy in there. Boom. And then a little hydration break. You know, things get hot and heated in the Spices Right. You know, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the Spices Right studio, is what they say. All right, enough of that. We're going to take a quarter of a teaspoon. That's a heaping teaspoon. Let's do a quarter of a heaping teaspoon of allspice. Cumin. This is where, I don't know, people mess up. So we're doing a quarter of a teaspoon of cumin. We're going to do half a teaspoon of allspice. And we're going to blend it for about, you know, I'd say like 45 seconds. Give it a little taste-a-roo. Boom. All right. Kind of just looks like jam. Maybe you put it on toast. Say you hate someone and you're like, hey, you want some homemade, it doesn't really, you know, blackberry, maybe strawberry, it looks more like strawberry jam, homemade strawberry jam, and I have some here, and just give them this. Watch their face. Okay, so we're going to give it a little tasty taste, see what it needs. Ooh, that's delicious. It's fun. It's a fun hot sauce. It's not overwhelmingly hot. It's got a very, like, punch you in the mouth front hotness. We're standing by that. And then it follows it up with like a mild, less hot punch in the mouth. But we are, because there's a lot of garlic in there, we are going to actually cook it for like 10 minutes. I'm going to throw it in a pot. All right, we did a little bit of costume change. Out with the blender, in with our fire hazard. But we are going to take our hot sauce and just put it in our pot real quick. You saw me pour that in very skilled-like. But now what we're going to do is just kind of bring it a little bit up to a boil, drop it down to a simmer, and then let it sit for about 10 minutes, just simmering and chilling. And what that, in my professional cooking opinion, does is it lets all the ingredients really become friends. You know, what's your favorite movie? This is about getting ready to a boil. It's also kind of scary, or like, hey, are you boiling? And then it's also shooting hot magma at your face. If you're a real professional like me, you kind of look from a distance, you know? Look, you just gander from up here and you're like, seems to be boiling. Keeps you protected, you know? Our hot liquid is definitely boiling, so I'm going to give it a quick stirry stir. Drop it down to, you know, kind of a simmer, and just let it frickin' roll for 10 minutes. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be delicious. As you're just kind of letting it cook, you're stirring it around. We're just at a little gentle simmer. It's very like romantic, kind of. That's what I would say. All right, we just hit our 10-minute mark, so we're gonna kill the heat here. All right, and then next we're gonna put it into this cute jar. Oh, delicious, fun, happy. All the words I use to describe myself and this hot sauce. Between the garlic, you know, the journey it's going on, and then the sweetness from the pineapple and the blackberries, it's really doing this will they, won't they, you know, dance across your tongue, which is probably the best way I could ever describe this. This is something you just want to take a chip and dip it in. You want to, I call this a chip and dip. Chip and dip hot sauce. Bam! But I would give it probably two spicinesses out of, can't remember if I do it here. Let's freaking do it on both sides. Woo! Let's go level 2 spicinesses. It's not crazy. You could just keep eating it. If you made like a hamburger or like an awesome sandwich and you put this on the bread, and you know, it's like a freaking like a spicy spread, you know? But when I've made this before, it definitely kind of fell into, it fell into chip and dip. Like people were just like, these chips are good. Whoa, that hot sauce is good. Freaking match made in heaven, been together ever since. All right, so I just want to say thank you for folks that, you know, still engaged with my nonsense on on the old Instagram for the last year, even though I wasn't making new content. I was still just being a silly goose. And folks were, engaged with me there, so that was kind of cool. But we're back. We're hotter than ever. You know it. And we've got plenty of episodes queued up. We got a whole plan for the next year. And thanks for sticking around. Stay spicy, and I love you. Like and subscribe. Boo!
Garlic crushing the garlic crushing until it's all gone. We're just crushing the garlic.